Namaskar, good evening. You're watching India Upfront and I'm Swati Joshi. It's a story that will numb you to the core. It's a story of how Tahara paid a heavy price for her choices. It's about a burqa and a shocking case of murder. Tahira's husband killed her and his two daughters and buried them in a 9-foot deep pit at home. Farooq shot his wife Tahara after an argument that began when she visited her parents' home without wearing a burqa. When their daughters, aged 14 and 7, saw the incident, he allegedly killed them as well. The pro-hijab ecosystem is on test today. For long, they have glorified the veil of oppression, calling it the right of Muslim women to choose. But what about Tahara? Not wearing a burqa was also her choice, a right that has been given to every woman by the Constitution of India. The lobby has been vocal ever since a video of Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar removing a hijab from a woman's face during a government function. It has been going after the Chief Minister of Bihar for assaulting the dignity of a Muslim woman, and it demands Nitish Kumar's ouster. But where is the same fury, the same outrage when it comes to Tahara? Is her life not important to the lobby, or is this their selective outrage? Let's first listen into the reactions.
फारूक, जिसकी पत्नी और बच्चे गायब थे, उससे उन लोगों ने सख्ती से पूछताछ की और उसने बताया कि मेरी पत्नी वो हमसे कुछ पैसे मांग रही थी, इसको लेके हमारा विवाद हो गया था और बिना वो बुर्का और नकाब के अपने मैके चली गई अपनी छोटी बच्ची को लेकर के। इस बात को लेकर काफी परेशान था कि हमारी इज्जत चली गई और तभी मैंने इसको जान से मारने का प्लान बनाया।
कोई नौकरी करने के लिए आएगा तो बिना चेहरा दिखे हुए उसको दिया जाएगा क्या नियुक्ति पत्र? ये सब नहीं चलने वाला।
नीतीश जी ने जो किया वो आप उसको सही।
There's just one simple question that we are asking. What about Tahira's right to live? Where is the lobby? Where is the ecosystem? Where's their outrage? Where's their fury? Let's open this up. Let's go across to our guests. Tonight we're joined by Manish Bariyar, spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Ratan Sharda with us on the broadcast. He's an author. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, joins us as well, along with I.N.D.I.A, political analyst, Professor Atikur Rahman, also a political analyst. Manish Bariyar will join us in some time. But let me begin with I.N.D.I.A. I.N.D.I.A, where do you stand? Are you also going to resort to selective outrage, or will you today call a spade a spade? A man has killed his wife because she stepped outside the home without wearing a burqa, and he thought, "Arey, meri izzat chali gayi."
Absolutely not. You see, Islam in any case does not permit killing or any sort of whatever we are hearing about killing of a lady just because having not worn the burqa. I think it's not allowed. You see, unfortunate things are happening, like Nitish Kumar pulling down the burqa, then here someone killing someone for not wearing the burqa. I mean, this is very unfortunate. We can call it an ignorance on the part of the way we call jahalat, in a way we call it a jahalat on the part of the concerned whoever has killed the wife or the children for not wearing burqa. Well, burqa has an importance in the Islam. We don't say no. But there is no anything where we call it's a crime, it is a sin, but not a crime where worldly somebody can punish someone for not wearing a burqa. Absolutely, it's not there. So I think it's a total system, you know. While we see something happening in Bihar, a chief minister pulling down the Muslim girls' burqa, and then someone in Shamli killing I mean, this is total, you know, mess. We see that, I think.
But who created the mess in the first place?
I see is that things have to be.
I.N.D.I.A, my question is, who created this mess? आपने बहुत simplify इसको कर दिया, बोला ये तो जहालत है, ये ignorance है. It's not jahalat and ignorance. It's the mindset of this man, and it's not just of this man. This is a mindset which has been stopping progressive reforms. And when he says, "मेरी तो इज्जत चली गई," it's not this one man speaking. ये इज्जत का सारा भार जो है ना, ये जो महिलाओं के ऊपर डाल के रखा है, and when time comes you hide behind those very women and say, "Arey, no, this is their choice." What about Tahira's choice? The most basic choice, the right to live.
It's a reflection. I never mean this woman has the highest right to live in the Islam, but I never mean it's a reflection of what has happened in the Bihar, but the total impact, the situation created all over by on the burqa, where it is very simple that a Muslim woman is supposed to wear the parda.
Is she supposed to wear, or does she have the choice to decide whether she wants to wear or not?
I mean, it's a very normal, I think we'll have to have, it is a choice of the concern, not that we'll have to make it forcible, and it's very unfortunate, we call it nothing beyond that.
Okay, let me bring in Professor Atikur Rahman. Professor Atikur Rahman, I am still trying to make sense of what Ahmed Ayaz has said. Are Muslim women supposed to wear it? Do they have to wear it? Or can they have a choice? If they want to wear it or they don't want to wear it.
Thank you, Swati. It's a complete choice of the women, the girl, the lady in the family. And there is a very, very fine film right now. It is in the websites. Shamsuddin and family. The exact position of the women has been shown in that. The family, the girl who wants to wear hijab, it is doing it. The family, in the family, same family, those who don't want to do, they are not doing. You have put two episodes before us, Swati. And you rightly said that we need to call a spade a spade. What punishment calls for Tahara's husband who had killed her. The same applies to the Chief Minister of Bihar. Either he apologizes or he should be tried under POSCO. There is no other way, because both have humiliated women. Both have, violated the rights of the women. I am calling a spade, Swati, and I need your support in this. You call that the Chief Minister of Bihar either explain his position that he inadvertently did it. It happened just by the time, or else he will have to apologize. Call a spade, Swati.
Yes, go demand the apology. Demand the apology of the Chief Minister of Bihar. Demand the apology. I maintain that he crossed a line. I maintain that he crossed the line. But what about the lobby that in case of Nitish Kumar justified saying that it is a choice of the woman? Why are they silent today? Where has that outrage gone? Or it is just about which narrative suits them the most. It's convenience to call it the choice of a woman.
You are correct, Swati. The narratives are built by orthodox people in both sides. If the narrative suits the BJP, they will be supporting Nitish Kumar. And this is not a single episode. In the past too, we have seen how they have dealt with the parda women and the veil, and even the students going with the hijab. We very well know what is the ideology of the BJP and the Sangh elements. Yes, they set the narrative. You're correct. And so both orthodox elements should be eliminated.
So BJP is responsible for this murder also? Or is it the mindset कि महिला ने बुर्का नहीं पहना, घर से बाहर बुर्का पहन के नहीं निकली, तो हमारी इज्जत चली गई? Is BJP to be blamed for this as well?
Yeah, he is wrong. He is wrong calling that. Swati, we have struggled, the progressive Muslims have struggled in our society that the women, once they graduate from their institutes, they gain confidence. And we have seen doctors, we have seen professors who have thrown off their veil. But let them build the confidence. Let them have their own choice. It's their own self, own identity. These orthodox elements on both the sides are killing it. They want to capture the freedom of the women.
Manish Bariyar, BJP maintains silence when the Nitish Kumar episode happens. This is nothing but hypocrisy on part of the BJP that wants to bring in progressive reforms for women.
Good evening to you and my co-panelists and all the viewers. Absolutely not. I think it is very important to understand Nitish's context. If you've heard the audio, he used the word Beti. And it was an inadvertent error, as my previous speaker was saying. And the context is very important in these social media age. 4 second, 5 seconds clipping do not justify what has happened. But you cannot compare with what has happened, the ghastly act which happened, with that the family. I think that is where we take an exception to that. The lot of voices which otherwise they nitpicked on what Nitish ji happened, they exaggerated a lot on that. Looking at his track record of last 45 years, highest level of public probity and conduct, and then trying to really take it to a religious overtone, which was highly uncalled for. But that, what can we expect from vested interests? And the same vested interest now complete silent. When they were talking yesterday about dignity of women, that same dignity of women is silent now. So it is very important that the voices within the Muslim community has to come out very strongly against such things. One cannot be killed on the basis of any clothing for that matter, let alone veil. And all over the world, in fact, number of Muslim countries, they have really done away with this kind of veil and clothing. And I think it is important for same voices.
What will you do about the mindset? I want to bring in Ashwini Kumar Mishra. Manish Bariyar is asking, where are all those who hyperventilated?
Swati ji, good evening to your viewers. And I think you should compare apple to apple. And as you rightly said, let's call spade a spade. Let's condemn that murder and that guy who did the murder. And I think it is always women's choice to wear a burqa or ghungat or not wear them. It is individual's choice, and the murder is a law and order issue. However, Nitish Kumar is a chief minister. Him pulling that burqa, and moreover, it's not about burqa also. It is about you are doing an action to a woman without her permission. Can you justify if someone tomorrow pulls the hair of a woman? Can you normalize that to another violence happened in some other part of the country and say that it is okay because that other part of country murdered someone by pulling her hair?
Mishra,
a chief minister can also do that.
I will take a response from Manish Bariyar. I will take a response from Manish Bariyar on that. But did you just call this a law and order issue? Is this only a law and order issue? Is this only about murder? Because, today nobody will even try, attempt or dare to justify this because a murder has happened. A crime has taken place. So nobody wants to be siding with a criminal. What is the reason behind the crime committed, sir? The reason is the woman did not wear burqa while stepping out. It's not just a law and order situation. And that's why I asked, where are all those who hyperventilated? Where are all those who made a big scene out of what transpired? And they have every right to criticize the Chief Minister of Bihar. But what about today's incident? What about Tahara?
Swati ji, reason is not that she was wearing burqa or not wearing burqa.
What is the reason?
Is that her husband was a narrow-minded maniac. Her husband was a narrow-minded maniac.
And that maniac has confessed. That maniac has confessed कि वो बुर्का पहने बिना चली गई, मेरी इज्जत चली गई. That maniac has confessed. That maniac says burqa is the reason. उसको लगा उसकी इज्जत चली गई है.
You tell me this, if tomorrow someone kills his wife in Rajasthan because of not wearing ghungat, will you call it a problem? Will you target the entire Hindu community wearing ghungat?
Who's targeting the entire Muslim community? Who's targeting the entire Muslim community? When did I say that all Muslims today need to take a stand and all Muslims are guilty? I am asking about the lobby. I am asking about the ecosystem. This is the problem. This is the problem that you want to turn this into a Hindu-Muslim debate. Mr. Mishra.
That is exactly why you are debating, Swati. That is exactly why you are debating.
So there is a man who kills his wife for not wearing burqa while stepping out, who confesses in front of the police कि मेरी इज्जत चली गई, इसीलिए प्लॉट किया, इसीलिए उसको मार दिया, अपनी दोनों बच्चियों को भी मार दिया. And when you question the silence of the lobby, you make it into a Hindu-Muslim debate?
What do you okay, let me ask you, आप मेरी जगह होते तो आप क्या बोलते उसके बारे में? आपके हिसाब से क्या बोलना चाहिए उस पर्सन के बारे में जिसने अपनी बीबी को मार दिया क्योंकि उसने बुर्का नहीं पहना था? What will be your opinion around it? Let me hear you.
मैं यहां पर भी चॉइस वाली बात सुनना चाहती, चॉइस वाली बात उन लोगों से जिन्होंने एक इशू पर अपना स्टैंड क्लियर किया लेकिन आज कंस्पिक्यूअस साइलेंस मेंटेन करके रखा गया है, उसी साइलेंस को क्वेश्चन किया जा रहा है. I want to bring in Dr. Shamli Ali, national convener of MRF. Don't you find this, hypocritical?
It's totally hypocritical, Swati, because you have, I'm not defending what Nitish Kumar ji did. You can't defend an action which has taken place. But at the same time, we don't even know what was being said to the girl and whether the girl also has said anything against Nitish Kumar ji, or whether this girl, lady Tahara who has died, I mean, it's very easy for you and me to come back on TV and we can scream and say that एक महिला अपने हिसाब से अपने मन मर्जी से बुर्का पहने, हिजाब पहने, but this is not what an example has been set on. She was murdered for stepping out of the house for not wearing a hijab, and along with her 2 children were also murdered. And today everyone is quiet about something which has taken so it's drastic, it's grievous, it's something which should have never taken place. So there needs to be a lot of awareness that needs to be taken place, not on a political platform, not on a social platform, but from the platform on where the Muslims themselves, the community themselves come forward and speak about it. It's not about Hindu Muslim or Muslim Hindu ki ye ghungat mein भी हुआ था और नीतीश कुमार ने भी ये कर दिया था. The basic line is that today, when yesterday something like this took place and where we did not see an uproar from the girls' side also take place, today a man has gone to the extent of murdering his wife for not wearing a hijab and stepping out of the house, going to relatives' house. What is this kind of a trend that is being set in, and why are all the other parties quiet about it? Why is AIMIM quiet about it? Why is Samajwadi Party quiet about it? Why is the Congress quiet about it? Why is Nitish Kumar impact still taking place where we have such a grievous, heinous act that has taken place? This is something which is more serious.
And that's what calling a spade looks like. That's what calling a spade looks like, Professor Atikur Rahman.
Swati, allow me, please.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Swati, perhaps Miss Shalini is not in the know of things. She is not in the know of things. Perhaps that girl whose veil was pulled up down by the Chief Minister has refused to join the services. Please do not, push the things under carpet. And this is my worry, Swati, that we are struggling within our community how to bring these girls who are married off at an early age because of these circumstances, when they are humiliated in public, and these, Taharas are being killed. We are fighting.
So then perhaps voices from within the community. So then voices within the community need to fight against the orthodox system and the orthodox people that you were just talking about, Professor Atikur Rahman, when laws are made to strengthen the system where a woman can proudly and with utmost confidence ask for her rights. तो कहा जाता है कि ये तो मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को टारगेट करने के लिए लॉ ला रहे हैं. लॉ ऐसी महिलाओं के लिए, ताहिरा जैसी महिलाओं के लिए लाया जाता है सर. ताहिरा जैसी महिलाओं को इस तरह के लॉ की जरूरत है. Let me bring in Ratan Sharda before I know you want to come in. Shalini also wants to come in. I want to bring in Ratan Sharda. Ratan Sharda, according to Ashwini Kumar Mishra, ये Hindu-Muslim debate है.
Swati, it's tragedy that we trivialize these kind of things. We try to trivialize a debate by speaking of a niqab by a chief minister who should apologize. With the murder of a woman, is that the kind of equality we are talking about? From Shahbana to Tahira, what has changed? Nothing. Because Maulvis have grown more strong, they are brainwashing people. So when we call something like this is honor killing, we are insulting the very honor of women who are killed for trivial reasons, whether they're Hindu or Muslims. So we should stop calling them honor killing and we not use that word. And the person who did it was brainwashed. Brainwashed because my izzat chali gayi. This is a brainwashing which Maulvis have been carrying from Shahbana times. When have the progressive, what is the larger issue? That these so-called progressives, stuttering around like seculars, have they ever spoken for Muslim women? or even Muslim, even any woman who suffers? Have they spoken about Kashmiri women who were raped and cut? No, they don't. They said it's a propaganda. They speak about Bangladesh, where the honor of women is being compromised. In Bengal, no, they will not speak. Have they spoken about sexual grooming of UK women? They will not speak. Have they spoken against triple talaq and halala? They have not spoken. They are strictly silent. Have they cried for women who want to educate in Nigeria who are kidnapped wholesale? They have not. You can keep on saying, yes, the women. So all this is typically, it is not depending on the crime, it is depending on which side you're sitting.
Okay.
It is never objective. So-called progressives are never objective about the criticism. If they were to criticize on the both sides, I can understand. But there something happens, they close their eyes, they will say, नहीं हिंदुत्व कहाँ से आ गया? प्रॉब्लम मुस्लिम समाज का, हिंदुत्व कहाँ से आ गया? प्रॉब्लम मुस्लिम समाज का सॉल्व करने जाते हैं, वो बोलते हैं नहीं आप तो जी मुस्लिम के राइट्स के ऊपर अटैक कर रहे हो, आपने अगर ट्रिपल तलाक के विरुद्ध लाया, आप तो मुस्लिम बहन के विरुद्ध बोल रहे हो.
हाँ.
ये सारा ढकोसला जो है ना, सेक्युलर हिपोक्रेसी, जस्ट टू बी कॉल्ड आउट.
सेक्युलर हिपोक्रेसी का ढकोसला. अश्विनी मिश्रा. Okay, Professor Saab, I'll come to you. Ek second, I'll come to you.
Sharda ji, issue is very... Swati ji, you are not trivializing but normalizing the actions of Nitish Kumar by talking about another issue which happened in another corner of the country, which is totally irrelevant.
How is it irrelevant?
Not at all relevant to what Nitish Kumar
How is it
did.
irrelevant?
And you are creating a debate to normalize the actions of Nitish Kumar.
When did I say what Nitish Kumar said is absolutely, what he did is absolutely right? When did I say? Where did you hear me say that in the entire debate? When did I say what Nitish Kumar has done is right and one shouldn't be criticizing Nitish Kumar? Whether it's Nitish Kumar or whether it's this case, my point is about choice. Everybody who made a big deal about choice, where are they today? That girl has every right and choice to ask for an apology from the Chief Minister, and she also has the right mandated by the Constitution. If she wants to take a legal action, she can do that as well. She has that right. Go ahead, Mr. Mishra. Since you are leveling an allegation, I have to respond.
Let's assume... Yes, because, hear me out. If the woman whom Nitish Kumar pulled down the burqa was not a Muslim woman but a Hindu woman wearing a ghungat, or some other action would have happened, would have been doing the same debate what you are doing today. Nitish Kumar did was not about burqa, it was about doing an action against women's choice.
Absolutely. So where are those people who spoke about choice then? You are looking at it from the prism of religion. You are looking at it from the prism of religion, and right from the word go, you said this is a Hindu-Muslim debate. आप इसमें धर्म को लाना चाह रहे हैं. मैं तो तब भी कह रही थी कि अगर चॉइस की बात है तो ताहिरा के केस में भी चॉइस की बात होनी चाहिए. इसमें आप इसको केवल एक क्राइम, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन कह के इसको you cannot brush this under the carpet. Dr. Shamli Ali, then Manish Bariyar.
Again, I'm saying the same thing because this is something which is very, very heinous. This is a wake-up call for the community. It's a wake-up call for all the youngsters, the youth, even the elderly, the Islamic scholars, that we need to enforce education in our community. Iqra is what is most important. Just by saying that it is a choice of a woman, whether she wears a niqab, whether she wears a hijab, whether she wears a burqa is not more than enough. You can see what today has happened with Tahara. Tomorrow it can happen with another girl, Shamim. It can happen with the fourth girl, Zeenat. It can happen with the fifth girl. So just by bringing out Nitish Kumar, what he did or what was happened will take place, it's not the solution. The solution today is that definitely the community needs to stand together. The community needs to get together. The community needs to move forward. The community needs to move forward against all the political activities. I'm asking again, where is AIMIM? Where is Samajwadi Party? Where is the RJD? Where is Congress Party today when a woman has been killed just for not wearing a burqa or a hijab and moving out and going out to her family? I mean, this is something which is more serious than any political activity.
At least till now there's absolute silence. There's condemnation of the crime that has been committed. But when you talk about choice, there's no one who questioned Nitish Kumar, and rightly so, speaking on this issue now. Manish Bariyar, but the problem is that you're communal, your agenda is divisive, and that's why you only work to malign a particular community. That's the charge.
No, it's quite the opposite. In fact, I'm not that surprised the way Ashwini ji used the word law and order. Right? He doesn't have the guts to say that there is a reform needed. There is a community and all the intellectuals needs to do that. But what stops him from saying that? That is something which is surprising. We have always maintained that when it comes to religious issues, the community takes the stand. But should we not really bring out issues that matter to the people of this country? And that is what we have done as a political party and as a government, right? Everywhere we saw that there is some kind of a social reform that is needed. We have actually pushed it.
And if that is the case, why do you say what Nitish Kumar has done is because it was out of fatherly love, that he's a fatherly figure? Why are you justifying that? If it's about women, it's about their right, it's about their choice, and why are you justifying what Nitish Kumar did?
I have not justified it. I have said that it was an awkward moment. It was an inadvertent error. And that too, when the context is not understood. When the context is understood, it was perfectly fine. But I'm giving the benefit of doubt to the people who want to criticize. But that's fine, right? But then even then, it was an inadvertent error. But so there is no point justifying, and that choice thing remains. I believe that women have the choice, and it was a very awkward moment. But having said that, can you condone what kind of a ghastly act that happened with this family? Why not come out and strongly say that there is a lot of reforms needed and there's a lot of education needed, and then what stops Mr. Mishra from saying that?
Mr. Manish, what you are saying, defending the Bihar Chief Minister, the country wants to hear from the Chief Minister's mouth himself. Once he says that it was a mistake on my part and I was a fatherly treatment on my part, and this fatherly treatment argument, Swati, we have so many fatherly figures, politicians in the country. If all these fatherly figures go and pull down the ghungat and the veil of the women, won't POXCO apply on this? Is this an argument that since I have given my 30 years
Professor Atikur Rahman, Professor Atikur Rahman, Professor Atikur Rahman, then with the same outrage, same fury, are you going to send a reminder and question all those who spoke about the choice of that girl and are absolutely conspicuously silent today? Are you questioning their silence? Do you want to send them wake-up reminders?
With confidence, I am saying, Swati, I am saying that we are ourselves struggling to get our women out of this veil. And please help us doing it. Let them have the confidence with their education. It's their life, it's their choice. So far, the community does not help us. We will not get rid of it.
So how will we do that? By perhaps bringing a common law? Then someone would definitely make that argument.
That's it. When you are, robbing the community of the main element of not studying, the girl child, 16, 15, 12 years old, you are barring them from examination. In this way, you want to give education to girl? Let her have her confidence built.
But who is letting her have the confidence, sir? Who is letting her have the confidence? I'll give you some additional details. This is what the family member said. And listen to this very carefully, I.N.D.I.A. The guy that everybody is describing as just a maniac, usne khoon kar diya, wo criminal hai, it's just a law and order issue. That guy did not send his girl child, two daughters to a school or even a madrasa. Did not want to make Aadhaar cards. The two sons live. The females of the family have been murdered and buried. This confidence that everybody talks about giving to this the Muslim women, where are you doing? What steps are you taking to give that sort of confidence? When there's a law brought to give them their rights, to ban triple talaq, a hue and cry is made out of it saying that Muslim men are being targeted? I.N.D.I.A.
See, agreeing that it has started with the wearing of burqa, that killing has taken place, but when we say that there is no force in wearing a burqa or any other ad, so obviously there is a choice. So likewise, pulling down or wearing a burqa, when we consider it as a choice, then the question goes again to Nitish Kumar in Bihar.
You can go question Nitish Kumar as much as you want.
Shamli case.
Question Nitish Kumar as much as you want. Demand action, demand apology, you're free to do that. But every time I ask you a question on Tahira's choice, her most basic right to live, you want to turn that entire thing into why is Nitish Kumar doing this or not doing. You go and question Nitish Kumar. But why don't you want to discuss Tahira?
Swati, she has a right. And if at all somebody has done it in isolation, it's a case in isolation, you cannot generalize it. I do agree that he must be ignorant or a jahalat, jaise maine kaha. He may be there, but you cannot generalize.
जो जाहिल आदमी होता है वो इतनी जो जाहिल आदमी होता है वो इतनी प्लानिंग और प्लॉटिंग करता है सर. जाहिल आदमी इतनी प्लानिंग और प्लॉटिंग करेगा कि बीवी घर से बुर्का पहने बिना निकल गई है, मेरी इज्जत चली गई है, उसके बाद उसको मार देता है, बच्चियों का आधार कार्ड नहीं बनाना चाहता है, उनको पढ़ाना लिखाना नहीं चाहता है. इतनी प्लानिंग प्लॉटिंग है जाहिल आदमी कर रहा है.
Not many criminals. There are lot many criminals. Let the law take its own course. Nobody can come
about. That's the whole problem. The approach is the problem, Ratan Sharda. The approach is the problem. You're looking at it from only the lens of it being a crime. कि ये सिर्फ एक crime है तो हम चुप रहेंगे. अभी हम choice की बात नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि ये तो crime हो गया. एक husband ने अपनी wife को मार दिया.
Swati, that is why I said from Shahbano to Tahira, nothing has changed. So to look at isolated incident will not give you the clear picture. Picture will come when you start looking at videos that appear every day on torture of women, on beating of the women, which many preachers say is valid to beat a woman. So this is the kind of things that preachers tell, and these so-called progressives keep quiet. Atikpur Kauravan keeps saying, "Ladkiyon ko padhne ka confidence aayega." So you mean that illiterate women have no honor? That illiterate women have no right to choice for burqa? Illiterate women should live in parda and they can be given talaq anytime. They can be sent for halal anytime. They can be given triple talaq anytime because they cannot speak. So when Shahbano rose, what did we do? We turned around the entire law. Here is Ashwin Mishra advocating the same party. So when these so-called secular parties do not give a damn to women's rights, then we have to question them. And to try to put the blame on society, not allowing them to educate, etc. My dear friends, those who get educated will decide. But what about women who don't allow them to go to schools? Women who are not allowed to go to mosque? Come on, start the reform. Allow them to in the mosque, and you will find that things are changing. So let us not blame others. Look inwards. We need more of Atikur Rahmans who don't blame RSS for everything, who don't blame others for everything, who agree we need reforms. The day reformers increase, the problem will get solved. This murder is just a sign.
The problem also is, I think, hypocrisy. The problem also is hypocrisy, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, that you will conveniently make it about women's right, women's choice when it suits the narrative. Otherwise, it's a crime which has happened. It's a law and order issue.
Swati, even if it is an issue of reform, why are we discussing this along with Nitish Kumar incident? Are you not normalizing Nitish Kumar actions?
1 second, on what basis are you saying that?
That is my objection.
What is your objection?
Why are we discussing Nitish Kumar issue here? Nitish Kumar issue is his mental imbalance because he insulted a woman.
1 second.
Of Hindu or
One
Muslim.
second.
This was an
No, one second. In that case, you have to go and question every single Congress leader who brought the Nitish Kumar angle into picture.
Nitish Kumar insulted a woman. He should apologize in front of the entire nation. This issue is not at all relevant to what Nitish Kumar did. If you want to debate on the reforms, there are ill practices in every religion, and we should discuss
then ask
that.
Professor Atikur Rahman.
Who's refraining from that?
Professor Atikur Rahman is a co-panelist. Professor Atikur Rahman is a co-panelist. Every time I talk about Tahira's rights, Professor Atikur Rahman also wants to talk about Nitish Kumar. And he's a Muslim man. He practices Islam. Are you telling Atikur Rahman that he should not talk about Nitish Kumar?
You are trying to normalize Nitish Kumar action by bringing.
You are trying to normalize a murder that was committed for not wearing burqa by saying it's a law and order issue, Ashwini Kumar. You are trying to normalize that. You don't want to get into the reason behind why the murder was committed. And when you say it's a law and order situation, it has been done by a maniac, you are normalizing it.
Why will someone kill a woman who's having a choice to wear what she wants to wear? Because he is maniac, he is uneducated, he doesn't understand the choice, he doesn't understand the freedom. What should be your statement here? I want to understand, Swati, that where I am differing from your opinion.
You are differing from my opinion when you say it's a law and order issue. And Dr. Shalini Ali wants to come in.
Swati,
you want to simplify it as a law and order issue.
No.
Yes.
I want to actually thank you also because ये ना बहुत ज़्यादा political, राजनीतिक party, Nitish Kumar, this is all wrong. I mean, it's every time you're talking to him, being a pravakta of Congress doesn't mean that you're always going to point fingers and forget about what the reality is. Today, as a Muslim woman, I myself am ashamed of what has taken place with this woman Tahara and her children. I'm ashamed that we are on national TV saying that yes, it is a choice of a woman whether to wear a burqa or a hijab, and yet in today 2025 December, a woman is getting killed because she didn't wear a hijab. I am ashamed as a Muslim woman today that even though I'm educated, I'm not able to protect the other women in our society, in our community, who may not be or who may be educated also enough. At the same time, these are decisions which we as a community together have to come in forward. Absolutely. If you're going to normalize this with a political leader or an issue which took place with political leadership, then don't forget about the Ashok Gehlot example. Don't forget about everything that is said during elections. Which party says what, who throws muck over it. Forget about that. Talk about the country, talk about the residents, talk about the safety, talk about the security, talk about the women coming forward. Just by saying that she had a choice and she's been killed by a maniac of a husband is not going to solve any issue. The issue today is far more larger than a political leader doing what he has done today. The murder took place on the 10th of December.
Absolutely.
And it has been revealed just yesterday. So
Dr.
this
Shalini
is something we need to take in context.
Absolutely. Dr. Shalini Ali, thank you. Thank you for not just sharing your perspective, but also thank you for exposing the hypocrisy here. Parish Bariyar, Ratan Sharda, Dr. Shalini Ali, Ahmed Ayaz and Professor Atikur Rahman, thank you very much for joining us on debate number 1.